Hi, it's Gisela here with tastyhappenings.com, and today I'm going to show you how you can use Silhouette Studio to design this thank you card. And in fact, you can just change the thanks lettering to anything you want, the person's name that you're giving the card to, or anything you want. So this is how it's going to look like at the end. So I'll just push it to the side. And this is going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. So I will just start off with a rectangle any size, and I will use the resize button uh, to make it the size I want, which is 5 1/2, and the height I'll just double it to 8 1/2. And what I'm gonna do next is I want to make sure I know where is the center, so I'm using this straight line tool, and um, I'm gonna press shift so that I get a straight line, and then I'm gonna um, press using the shift key on these two items, and I want to make sure that they are centered, and there is the center of the card. This is just for designing purposes. Next, I'm gonna make this scalloped border, and let me zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna use a shape I have already in my library. So I'll be using these two shapes. I'm already gonna keep them here. Well, I'll start off with this one. So I'll have to resize it, and I'll just reduce it to whatever I think is the right is um, a good size. So I think this is still a little bit big. Probably around here would be a good size. So I'm just noticing that I have these three little things just so that I can cut it at the right place. So I'll use the knife tool, and again pressing the shift key so I get a straight line. And alright, that's done. We already have this shape. We'll just keep it in place so we know what we're doing. And well, the next thing I'm gonna do is the border. So again, I'm gonna use a shape I have, a lace border, and I'll disassemble everything and delete the ones I won't be using. And let's turn this around. So I'll flip it vertically, and I'm gonna resize it to what I need it to be. So again, the resize button, the scale button, and so I want the width to be 5 1/2, and I'll make sure I mark this square lock aspect ratio um, so that everything gets reduced correctly. And I'll just place it where I think it should be, which is around here. And again, I'm going to use my line tool to just mark the place where I want it to stay in the end. Again, this is just for designing. And once I have that, I'll just cut, again using the knife tool, this portion a little under this line, again using shift key so I get a straight line. And we don't need the bottom half, so we'll just delete it. And now we put this back into place, and I have the line I drew earlier, so I know where to keep it. And now all I need to do is weld these two pieces together, the card backing and the lace, using the welding tool. And there we go. We can delete this line. We won't be needing it any longer. And this line as well. So now for the rectangles, it's really up to you. You can do it whatever size you feel is a good size. And I like to make the top one a little bit wider and the bottom one a little skinnier. They just have to be the same, yeah, they have to have the same width. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, 2.33. So I'm gonna rescale the second one so that I get the right thing. And again, no, I just need it to be like that. All right. So this looks pretty good, and so these two shapes are ready as well. And now we just need to work on the lettering, and you can use, here I use this Cooper black, Cooper STD black, and just write it down and you know, make sure it's a good size. I'm missing an exclamation mark here. And what I'm gonna do is I don't want to be gluing each and every letter, so I'll just reduce the character spacing so that they overlap a little bit, and then use the welding tool. And that's ready. And next, all we need to do is create an offset. And again, that you can make it, you know, however wide you like it, just making sure that it fits properly the card. And you're pretty much ready. You just need to make sure now that you make the cuts, that you use, you know, which shapes you want in each color. And I used two different kinds of pattern paper, and I used two colors of cardstock. Oh, and I forgot the inner part. You can just make another just make another rectangle inside. So this would be, what I like to do is, like I did here, I chose the colors I would be using so that it's easier when you cut, so you can fill in each of the shapes with the color you're thinking of using. So aesthetically you have an idea of how it's going to look, and you can change things before you print them. I mean, you cut them. So it's a good idea to just, for designing, it makes it easier. All right, thanks for watching.